Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we got a knife from Ameight Knives. We've checked out quite a few of their models before. They are a sister brand to Migueron, if I'm not mistaken. And doing the honors today, we're going to get the Rivery Zero to help us here. Right, this was made a good old US of A, very fidgety, right? Utility blade. All these products will be linked down below in the description and pinned comment. But without further ado, let's see what this one's all about. Now, hold on a second. We have the LSM fixed blade. Kind of had an idea it was a fixed blade, so the Ameight LSM. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. If you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. A little bit of a tight fit there, no doubt. Bam. You got some paperwork. We have a sticker, silica gel, and a wiping cloth. And here we go. This is the knife right here. Here we go. Now, it's got an interesting shape to it. I'm not sure what to expect on this one. Holy macaroni. It might be one of those naughty blades. It might be one of those wicked blades that you... Oh, there we go. DC Blades, right? It is a DC Blades collaboration. You know, DC Blades, they do some epic knives for sure. So this is going to be interesting. Of course, we got the Kizer sheath here. We'll come back to it in a moment. It looks like we have G10 on the handle here, full tan construction with some jimping back there, right? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the blade, right? Can I take this guy out? Hello? I'm a little scared here. Is it this way? How do you do this? Hold on. Yeah, I had to do that off camera because I had to build my confidence. I had to build my, there we go, my confidence level. But holy macaroni, guys. Take a look at this blade. Now, yeah, that is one savage, wild, epic looking blade for sure. Very nutty indeed. Hawksbill, sort of you know, talon, right? Eagle talon looking geometry right here. Got the recurve, right? Got the pokey tip. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be straightforward. I want to say borderline straightforward, a self-defense knife through and through. So this is the grip right here. I'm going to go Pakal grip. If I'm getting my terms correct. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It helps with the algorithm, by the way. It's much appreciated. So yeah, Pakal grip with the edge facing this way. And I can see what this jimping is for here. Feels really good for the thumb. So that's lock and loaded, not going anywhere. And talk about, again, a very naughty geometry. I mean, blades like these obviously are meant for business, if you know what I mean. We are mostly an EDC, everyday carry channel. We don't focus on personal self-defense. I'm not a self-defense professional in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, I can give you my perspective as a knife enthusiast and such. So hey guys, really quick, I just posted a video for the 35K subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away 15 different knives, so I'll have a link to that video in the description and pinned comments. Thank you all so much for this amazing growth. 35,000 subscribers is an amazing number. Hopefully we can get to 50K by the end of the year. Check out the video, get entered to win, and best of luck to everybody. Again, the G10 handles here, right? Looks like we have TA hardware. All right, on here, full tan construction. The ergos are surprisingly really good for that grip. If I were to do an opposite grip, that could work, but doesn't feel as comfortable. So this Friday night gas station fighting grip here doesn't feel the same. All right, this grip right here, reverse grip, that actually feels nice and comfortable. If I try to do a regular knife grip, that does not feel natural there. So 14C 28N steel on this one. It's got a flat grind. It's got this black coat. So for this whole blacked out aesthetics, you know, if you are fighting a bear in the jungle in the middle of the night and you don't want the bear to know you have a you know, a naughty blade like this one, you know, the blacked out aesthetics absolutely help. But I mean, these are dialed in, man. Ergonomics on this one, super dialed in. Even got the more accentuated sort of curvature here for the index finger. Even got jimping here on the blade so that, right, your pinky also has grip there as well. And yeah, we can get some work done here, tearing through a watermelon and stuff, if you know what I mean. The recurve geometry is obviously going to draw the cut, aid the performance, you know, go to the material, draw it in to the cut more and more. And yeah, I mean, it looks like we can maybe grip a few different ways. So this reverse grip also feels nice. I mean, I guess we could in a pinch try to grip it like this to make a cut like you would with a regular knife. So that's not out of the question either. Something to keep in mind there. But let's get some measurements here, right? Ballpark measurements. Again, I'm no expert on self-defense, but I can tell you by the naughtiness of the blade that this one is definitely going to excel at that. Very close to 6.75-ish inches, maybe a hair more, right? Definitely in that ballpark. The blade is 3 3 inches on the blade with a cutting path of 2.5 inches, and a blade length of borderline 4 inches or so. Quick blade stock thickness while we're here, right? Thickest part coming in at 0.16, so that's a little bit thicker than the average 0.12 in the channel. And thickest portion on the handle is going to be 0.62, which is a little bit thicker than the average 0.5 in the channel. And that's mostly for folders, so it makes sense for a fixed blade to be a little bit thicker. And I'm actually grateful that that is the case, because it actually feels really good on hand. So I'm not just saying that to say it, right? Obviously it's nice and thick, but also nice and rounded as well. So I want to say weight wise, without the sheath, let's go 4.5 ounces, 5 ounces. Let's go 5 ounces. All right, look at that. It would have been closer the first time. 4 ounces on the dot, which is very interesting. Pretty lightweight, so definitely was a little misleading there. I was totally off. 115 grams or 4 ounces. And with the sheath, so it goes in the sheath this way. Nice, has a nice click. We'll do a quick overview of the sheath here in just a second. 6.5 ounces with the sheath, or the equivalent of 184 grams. So very interesting there. Again, not super heavy by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely within the typical parameters, right, of most knives or most fixed blades in this case. So say you have this on your person, you want to quickly take it out. There we go. I mean, it's got quite the, you know, the lockup right there. So it goes here, and that's the click. So definitely require a significant force, but as long as you have it nice and strapped well, this portion right here is going to absolutely help you there on the pull. And bam, right? No karambit hole on this one. I feel like maybe the karambit hole would have helped on this one a bit, but they wanted to prioritize perhaps the jimping here for the thumb and this grip instead. So I give them that, right? I can see what they're going for on this one. So again, as far as the sheath goes, pretty solid. No rattling of any kind. You have the standard, right, spring-loaded clip here, which again you can adjust. Looks like maybe you could adjust here to here, here to there, right? Or maybe use your own aftermarket pocket clip. It looks like this one will sit pretty good for scout carry on like a backpack strap, or maybe if you have it on your belt, it will be going through like this. So we'll kind of put the blade at an angle, so then your hand will come from here, right? Get a grip on the handle, and bam, right? Deploy this guy, and you know you're ready to Scorpion Mortal Kombat Jackie Chan your way into you know, behind the Walmart karate lessons. Anyways, all that mumbo jumbo aside, so that's good quality on the sheath there, no doubt. And yeah, let's just see some quick size comparisons. Next to my two favorite, right, EDC size fixed blades, there is the Smolt from Kizer and the Vosteed Mink, right? You guys be the judge there. So it's somewhere a little bit taller than the Smolt, but definitely shorter than the Mink. Next, we got the LynxGear D2 fixed blade. That one has a pretty good affordable price. And the, of course, iconic Kizer Militaw fixed blade. Right, we're getting a little bit more in that medium category, right, size of fixed blades, if you would. Again, links for all these down below in the description and pinned comments. And I have content for all these knives here on the channel if you guys want to learn more. And last but not least, here's the Tenable Luccio from Tenable Knives and the OdenWolf W Scandi, right? This one's on D2, right? Check it out. These are again a little bit larger size for, you know, EDC, or in this case more outdoor, right? Heavy duty type of fixed blades, if you would. Now this is the more interesting part of the video here. We're about to get scientific with it. 14C 28N. Let me get a nail test here real quick. Oh yeah, feels really nice. Of course, you got the very pokey tip, which is going to be really good. Stabby-do situations. But let's get a few scientific quick slices here on the paper. I mean, it's going to be a weird geometry for the paper cutting, I'll tell you that. So let me zoom out a bit here. Something's going on here. Do we have a nick of some sort? Doesn't feel like it. Let's try maybe a poke through and cut that way. All right, absolutely does good at that. All right, so cutting cardboard at a diagonal angle here for better performance. It's going to look something like this. Which grip am I going to use? Let me go tactical here. So here we go. I'm not going to have to do it this way because I just can't get enough leverage in the actual pull grip. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, definitely going through that cardboard there, no issues. Now this one is a whole different beast. This is a dual wall piece of cardboard. That's a big challenge for just about any knife out there. So let's see how this one does. Again, 14C 28N steel. And again, not getting the most comfortable grip. I just want to demonstrate how the cut goes. You know, this thing is meant for a specific grip, for a specific purpose. I think we already talked about that, but I just want to test the at least cutting performance. So here we go. I mean, the answer is yes. It can definitely still cut through that cardboard. There are no issues. I mean, clearly it's gonna be a little bit slower because you're going through a lot more friction, a lot more material. So if you had any doubts, they can absolutely do that. So there you go. Again, 14C 28N steel, factory edge. You guys rate this guy in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, 10 being the sharpest. You all let me know. Well, there you guys have it. That is the Ameight LSM, a DC Blaze design. So mostly primarily a self-defense knife through and through. That's what it is in its DNA at its core. Absolutely no doubt about it. So very interesting. I'm not sure that I would personally use something like this for EDC purposes. Definitely an interesting knife to own, right, in your knife collection, if you would. You know, it's a nice little, adding a little bit of variety, right, since you know, probably have knives for other purposes. Having some personal self-defense knives here and there won't hurt. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you all like about it? What do you love about it? Anything you dislike about it, let me know. Again, links for this knife and every other knife that you saw in this video will be in the description and pinned comment. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.